I remember once I brought, I think it was Derek Sege and I forget who else, some other guy, that we went to Solid Gold and we were smoking upstairs.
Like
And
cool kids.
Yeah, and the manager was super nice, and he let me, he wouldn't even charge me for the booze. He'd let me smoke indoors, and he wanted to be a comic.
Oh.
And he had told me, he was like, "Fuck, I have a lot of good stripper stories if you want to put it in your act." And usually I'd go like, yeah, but I write my own material. But I was kind of drunk, and I was like, really? Oh yeah, I'd like to hear your stories. And then he was like, okay, I don't have time now, but come back tomorrow. And we'll do a writing session. We'll do a brainstorming session.
Oh, he was serious.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, shit. And he goes, okay, you, me, and I have a stripper that's real funny. And he goes, she's fucking hilarious. You're going to love her.
Which one's the funny one? Well, the clown knows. She's hilarious.
Yeah. But so then I leave, and I'm like, fuck. Do I go back for the sort of brainstorming session, or do I never go to that club again? And then I was like, I'm never going to go to that club again. And then I get a text message, and I'm like, fuck, when I was drunk, I gave him my phone number.
You're hilarious.
So I'm like, fuck, I got to go. So I went the next day to, I go to the
writing session at the strip club.
writing session at the strip club.
All normal.
And it was perfect. It was so weird. It felt like I was in a gangster film, because you're in an empty strip club with a stripper and the owner. And then she's like, the stripper is like, do you want something to drink? And the guy's like, go get him a beer. And then she was just like being kind of our waitress.
Jesus.
No.
And it was fucking bizarre.
The funny one. You guys didn't take advantage of her humor.
Yeah. And then we do the thing. And then once we're done, he goes, okay, dance for him. And then
What?
I'm like, I don't want her to dance.
She's crying.
And then he's like, no, dance. And then he's like, if you want, she can suck your dick. I'm like, I don't want her to suck my dick.
No.
I just want to go home. And then she was telling, all of her stories, she was kind of funny, but all of her punchlines
Ended in her getting punched.
No, all of her punchlines had to do with the fact that she had a huge clit. And I'm like, that's weird. Like, every other joke is a huge clit joke. And I'm like, you can do on stage, when you're a dude, one huge clit joke. You can't have a huge clit chunk. You can't be the huge clit guy.
I could see it right on the paper she was writing. Like, Mike's new hour is interesting, but it's 40 minutes of giant clit humor.
And then she told me, when the boss left, I was like, I'm sorry, he was trying to make you... trying to make you an object, and then she's like, "Do you want to see my clit?" And I was like, "No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just
I appreciate
gonna go,
the offer.
I'm gonna go home." Then she's like, "Do you want me to go with you?" And I was like, "No, I'm good. I just want to leave. Thank you.
Oh,
it
that's
was
disgusting.
lovely meeting you." She was nice though.